How are you in Tampa, Florida? It's nighttime here. I love you so much, girl. I watch everything. I'm your stalker. Did you know that, Lynn? I stalk you on Instagram. Tell MC I said hi. Hey, Mark. I'll be in Chicago after Labor Day, so I want to see you. Oh, I'm sure it was. I'm going to be in Atlanta the 15th of September. Yeah, I'll be there. You're laughing. Lynn, seriously, I need you for counseling. Seriously, I need to put some stuff in place. Okay, so when I get there, I'm calling you. You better answer the phone. Because I know where to find you. Okay? Oh, so anyway, I just thought I would catch up because I had an amazing birthday this week and I had so much fun. People were just amazing. I felt so loved and affirmed by everyone, and it was just a blessing. It was quite humbling. Hi, who's coming on here? I can't see their names on YouTube. I've got YouTube Live going at the same time I'm doing Facebook. But oh, a whole day at the spa, that would be fun. I want to try to get to LA. Where are you now, Lynn? I'm going to be in Chicago. I'm going to go to Michigan, check in on my parents, and then I'll be in Atlanta, and I'm going to be speaking at Bill Winston's church. They're having a women's conference, International Women's Conference, and I am so excited to be there. That's the 9th of September. It is, what time is it here? It's after 7 o'clock. Let me see. Let me look at my watch. Oh, it's 8:30. It's 8:30 p.m. at night in Ghana. And so it's dark here, and I've settled in. I've had a full day. Went to church. Great sermon. He said something really interesting. He said that churches preach more on the promises than they do on Christ. So we focus on the promises, and when the promises don't happen right away, we get disgruntled and disillusioned. But if our faith is in Christ, we trust Him with the timing and all of the details, so that it's not about when the thing arrives, it's more about the blessing, the blessor than the blessing. So that was really rich, and I that was my takeaway. I just kind of got stuck there. He said so much good stuff, but it's true. We focus more on the shiny things and the things that we want than we do on Christ. And we really got to get back to basics, people. Got to get back to the basics of why we're in this faith, this thing called Christianity, and realizing that Christianity is not a social moniker. It actually means something. It means that we are looking like Christ. We are imitating Christ, and we are reflecting Christ to the world for His name's sake. I don't know. I have to pose the question: are we in love with God? Do we love God? You know, I find it interesting that the first commandment is to love Him, because He knew that love was essential in order for us to have faith, which is trust for the things that we hope for. And without that love affair, man, we are going to waver in every area, in our obedience, in our ability to trust God to do things for us or to come through for us. Lots of people. Hi there, guys. How are you? From Maryland or North Carolina. Where else? Hi, Albert. Pastor Albert is on. Your uncle is on, Tags.
Hi, Uncle.
Yep. So, just really, it was a day of reflecting for me about those types of things. Why do we struggle with our faith so much? And if when you're in love with somebody, I don't know about you, but I've been silly, stupid in love, okay? I've believed liars. Anybody out there? Can I get a witness that you've actually believed lies from somebody you knew was lying just because you loved them? So how come when it comes to God, we don't believe Him? We don't trust Him? If it's taking too long, I was thinking about the fact that when we take our life into our own hands, it's like building another golden calf. Remember when Moses went up on the mountain and he went to get the commandments, and they decided he was taking too long and they needed something to worship? So they had to build a golden calf. And that really ticked God off. And I think we do the same thing today. When God is taking too long to come down from the mountain with the things we've asked him for, we build golden calves. Sometimes the golden calf is the pastor. And we start worshiping the pastor or worshiping our desire more. And so we've got to check our heart conditions, where our faith is, what we're loving, where our treasure is, what our heart preference is when it comes to God and being obedient and faithful to him and just trusting and believing him for the things that we're waiting on him for. Who's that? Let's see. I'm trying to wave and see who else is on. But anyway, so I had a great birthday. I had a surprise party. They got me good, and it was great. An amazing pastor friend of mine is, yeah, Nora, we believe the lies, right? It's easier, it seems, to believe the lies than the truth. But I really believe that when we fall in love with God, when we love Jesus, the lover of our souls, that we start to have a deeper trust, a deeper faith, and a deeper commitment to do things that are pleasing to him, right? Because it's all about pleasing him at the end of the day. So, you got to get back to that. The other thing that I was talking about was my birthday. I met this pastor friend, Pastor Gabriel. And Pastor Gabriel showed up at the house with this huge cake with my picture on it and platters of food. I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. And actually, I had a shoot that day. I am acting in a film, a series called Yellow Pepper. And you can actually see the first season of it on YouTube. Oh, that wasn't what I was doing on my birthday. See, it's all running together. That was the day before. It wasn't the day after.
You were doing today's woman interview.
Okay. I was doing an interview for today's woman. That's what I was doing. Got caught up in traffic on the way home, got home, and my whole house was so dark. And I was like, what's going on? I opened the door and all these people came running at me with streamers, and it was so much fun. It was fabulous. Lots of food, 3 cakes, cupcakes, which are my favorite. You know, I love cupcakes. Okay, that's my guilty passion is cupcakes. So, oh, you like my glasses? Thank you. I had to get new ones. Tega begged me to get new glasses. She couldn't take my glasses anymore. They were like 100 years old, and she was like, please get new glasses. But, you know, I was trying to be El Cheapo, but I finally broke down and decided since my other glasses were 100 years old, I could break down and finally get some glasses. So that's what I did. But hi, Stephen Gregory, how are you? So I'm just kind of chilling at home, and I just wanted to pop on and say hello and tell you about something I'm doing. I am setting up a series of cruises so that I can have some personal time with you. I figured the best way that I could have, thanks, I miss you too, Nora. I hope I see you when I come to Atlanta. I'll DM you where I'm going to be, okay? I'm going to come in Saturday morning. I think I'm just going to gather all my friends together for a huge lunch so I could just talk and laugh and scream with everybody and hang out and see your face then. But I have been trying to ponder and think of ways that I could have more one-on-one time with my readers and with my audience. And years ago, I used to do cruises, and they were fantastic because I could do a day at sea and do workshops, and then do personal one-on-one coaching time. Just hang out, get to know people, hear their hearts, so that I know what issues to address when I'm writing and when I'm speaking. So I am going back to that because I loved it, and I love travel, and I think there's no better way to get away and spend time with people than to go on a cruise. So, I have 2 itineraries. One for October that goes to the Greek islands. It goes to Ephesus and Patmos and Santorini. You would fly over and meet me in Athens, and we go from Athens onto the ship, and we sail for 7 days, and then we come back to Athens and we spend a day shopping, and then everyone flies home from there. So for those outside of the African continent, there's a price, and then you just can find a nice cheap flight to Athens to meet me there. The price that is on the website does include hotel in Athens. So all you need to come up with extra on top of the all-inclusive package is your airfare if you are outside of Nigeria and Ghana. The other price that's on the website does include everything for those from Nigeria and Ghana. So that is October 31st through November 5th to the Greek islands. The next cruise is in March 27th to April 5th. It goes to Egypt, Israel, Turkey, Cyprus, and Greece. So it touches on 4 continents, and that's going to be amazing. That is a 10-day cruise. Again, we meet in Athens, and then we take off from Athens and have a great time. So I added this one because a lot of people needed extra time for visas, or needed extra time to even do a payment plan if they wanted to. So this way, you get to join me, and we can spend time together talking. I'm going to be doing a workshop on the cruise, living, loving, and overcoming. So we're going to talk about relationships, talk about life choices, and just navigate ourselves for the year. The first quarter of the year is important. The last and first quarter of the years are years where you have to take the time to reflect, and that's what it's called, the reflections cruise. Take the time to reflect and chart your course for moving forward in life. It's important to take that time to pull away from everything and get a new perspective on the way forward. So, just wanted to tell you about that because that is just exciting to me. I can't wait to spend time with people. Hi, Phyllis. Let me see who's on here. Can you read the names of some people on YouTube for me? So I can, yes. Okay, yes, Nora, please. I have not released all the information on March yet, but I am telling you about it. You can inquire about the cruise. You can send an email to RC, which stands for Reflections Cruise, rc@yourcruisepeople.com, and they will answer all the questions, send you all the pricing. You can put down your deposit and then take your time to pay. So I'm also going to be doing a trip to Ghana for Black History Month. So we're working out the information for that as well. Putting together tour packages and hotel, and of course you will go up and see the slave castles in Cape Coast and go on the suspended bridge and all of that. So, okay, so again, you can email rc@yourcruisepeople.com, or you can go on my website, michellehammond.com, and you'll see the information for the first cruise in October, but the same email that's there you can use to inquire about the cruise in March. And as I said, we are putting together a package for those who would like to return to Ghana for Black History Month called Coming Home with Michelle. So that will be up soon as well. But this is my way of just kicking off, spending time with you, getting a chance to coach you personally, meet you, hug your neck, and hear your heart, because I'm all about answering the questions of your heart in my ministry, helping you settle issues so that you're empowered to move forward and live your best life. Be your best self. Who's there?
123 Creations.
Okay.
She says, "Hey Michelle, I love you. Rose, I can pronounce your surname. I'm sorry.
Okay.
She says hello from Senegal.
Oh, Senegal. Okay.
ML says hi from Maryland.
Hi.
Kathy says hey from Atlanta.
Hotlanta. I'm coming. I'm coming to visit my friends in Atlanta. Just making the rounds while I'm there, catching up with everybody because I haven't been to the States in about a year. I've been busy with Relevance, my music group here. If you don't know about Relevance, you can log on to our website at relevancelife.com. No, .org. Relevancelife.org. Or click the ministry button on my website, which is michellehammond.com. And you know, guys, please go on my website and sign up on my email list. That way I can send you things. I will not be harassing you a lot. I don't do that, but just for special announcements, I had a little mishap and wiped out my mailing list, so I have to build it back up. So please go on and log on. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. I have fresh content that comes out weekly. You can hit the notification button so that it lets you know when something new is on there. But there's all kinds of different programs for you to really get involved with and get good teaching, my messages, all that stuff. So there's so much available to you. I'm always trying to make new content to teach you and reach you. And I even have something called Ask Michelle. So if you ever have a question, you can email me at askme@michellehammond.com and I will answer your question on YouTube. Yes, that's what I do. So if you go on YouTube, you'll see Ask Michelle, and you can send your questions. So things that I'm working on a book, Daddy Issues. Anybody out there with daddy issues? The DNA on why we do what we do. I mean, so much of it is centered in our Father. The gene pool is a deep thing, and our relationship with our Father really affects all of our other relationships, including our relationship with God. So I'm going to be addressing that, and then I'm working on a little thing about next steps in life. You know, I'm in a different season of my life, my ministry, my everything, and you have to be able to be flexible and adjust to the seasons of life. Because if you insist on your life being what it was yesterday or last year, it prohibits you from moving forward. Sometimes we get a little stuck. Don't know if you've ever felt stuck before, but that's when you need to examine, what are you holding on to? What do you refuse to release in order to move forward? Hi, Stacy. How are you? So it's very, very important to be flexible with God. We have to know the difference between what God said and what He is saying. Sometimes we get stuck on what God said 20 years ago, and we're still in that mode, and God is saying, turn the corner in this new season. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Do you not see it? Can you not perceive it? Do you not know it? Oh, thank you, Nora. I love you too. You're so beautiful. I can't wait to see you. I gotta let Cynthia know I'm coming down that way. I just feel the need to see everybody. You know, every now and then you miss people. They're in your heart, and you have to catch up with them. But moving on to the next thing in your life, being fearless, stepping out into the deep. You know, when Abraham, can you imagine? There's Abraham minding his own business, and God says, let's go. And he goes, where we going? Oh, you'll know when you get there. And he has the faith to do it. And it was accounted to him for righteousness. Why? Because he obeyed the voice of God. However, as I always say too, when we do these things, we have to be very careful about our alignments and our associations. Abraham took Lot, and God didn't tell him to take Lot. And it cost him a lot, and caused him a lot of problems until he separated from Lot. And it's very interesting to see that God didn't speak to Abraham again until he separated from Lot. Isn't that interesting?
Say hi to YouTube.
Hi, YouTube people. Who's there?
Michaela Johnson. Hi from Detroit. Such an honor to be here.
Oh, hi, Michaela. How are you? And who else?
Teresa
Teresa.
says hi from New York.
New York. My kind of town. I might be getting there too. I'm going to be running all over the place when I come in a couple of weeks. And what was I saying? I got distracted. I was saying that God told Abraham to go somewhere, and he took Lot. And God didn't speak to Abraham again till Lot left. So sometimes you need to really check out your associations, who you're walking with, and see if they're a hindrance, if they're even just shutting down your communication with God because they're a huge distraction that never should have been there in the first place. Just a few things to consider on a Sunday night before you start your day tomorrow. Where are you going in life? What is your next? Do you have a plan? Do you have a strategy? Do you have a clear vision of what you want to do next? Some of you are changing seasons, and I just feel very prophetically as I say that. But some of you are changing seasons. You're shifting gears, and it's scary for you, but it's going to be wonderful if you can just let go and move into your next. It's going to be better. Your latter will be greater than your former. God knows the plans he has for you, and they are for good and not for evil, to give you a future and a determined end. So it is critical that you be prepared to step into your next, to have a vision of where you're going, why you're going, and not just why, but what is your because. You know, we can get stuck on why, but we don't have motion that propels us forward until we understand our because. I am doing this because this is my end goal. This is what I want to accomplish in life. So, again, I just want to encourage you to join me. Make plans to join me either in October or March for the cruise. It's going to be just amazing. Just absolutely amazing. We're going to have an amazing time. Oh, thank you. I do love people, and I love God first. And I think that when you love God, I think I initially started talking about that when you love God, everything else in life lines up. You know, when you love God, you're able to love people the way he loves them. And that's most important. I think in and of myself, I probably wouldn't be as loving. I can be a little impatient, you know. But I just try to reflect God to other people because it's kingdom work, you know. It's important to show the love of God to people. It's important for people to know how much God loves them. I think that sometimes we hear it, but it doesn't really sink in, that he's passionate about us. And that he, hey Pamela, how are you? Wow, it's been a long time. Pamela used to do my hair, man. She used to lay my hair out, okay? I used to think I was just so fabulous. Anyway, God loves us. And we need to know that we're loved by God. We need to know that we're validated and affirmed by him, that our identity is in him. Ephesians says, it is only in Christ that we discover who we are and why we are here. And I think that we spend a lot of time trying to figure that out in our own health and our own strength, and we don't get very far. But when, oh, thank you. When we discover who we are in Christ, life comes alive. He brings life. That's why he says that he comes to give us abundant life. Because life doesn't get abundant until we have a sense of purpose and vision, and we're moving forward in those things. Then we begin to flourish, and that's the abundant life. Other than that, we're just existing. We're just living. And we don't know the reason why. And so we tend to be a little bit aimless and not get as much done as we could. Who was it? I was watching someone preach today, and they were saying, don't strive to live up to your potential, strive to fulfill your purpose. because everything that we can do is not the assignment. The purpose is the assignment. And so it's really critical to know what our purpose is and live for that. There's a lot of stuff that we could do, but what are we supposed to be doing? What were we created to do? When we do what we were created to do. Hey, Ron, how are you? I miss you. You are great. I hope that you're still making people laugh and just being a blessing to people, because you are amazing. Ron did my Diva conference many years ago, and we were on the floor, just literally screaming. One poor woman said, "I can't breathe. Tell him to stop so I can catch my breath." She was laughing so hard. I'll never forget that. He did this whole thing about church choir, and we were on the floor. Ron, you're amazing. I hope you're still blessing people and making them scream, because you are something else. But anyway, you should come and go on my cruise, Ron, so you can make us laugh again. I love you. Where was I? I'm just rambling. I just wanted to come on and just say hello. And just encourage you a little bit on a Sunday night. It's a Sunday night here. I'm in Ghana, West Africa. I know that you're at about 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock where you are. As you can see through my window, it is pitch dark. It's time to actually roll it up and go to bed in a little while so that I can start an early day. Lots to do, always lots to do, but just living a very full life. Relevance is my music ministry here. You can find us on iTunes. We've got 3 CDs out that you will absolutely love. And our music is very different. Everyone says that we're like Hillsong on steroids. But we're here writing music and creating music and doing amazing things. We had a concert last week, and we were live on Facebook, so you can actually go on my feed and see that concert. We had a great time. A lot of people showed up, and we're going to be doing that quarterly and streaming worship nights, because that's what we do. We do worship and we do outreach, and it has been very, very fulfilling to do those things. And then I have the cruises coming up, one in October and one in March. So you will be able to inquire at RC at yourcruisepeople.com. RC at yourcruisepeople.com. You can inquire about pricing for October to the Greek Isles, and March is to Egypt, Israel, Greece, Turkey, and Cyprus. That's going to be amazing. That's 10 days. In October, it's 7 days. We'll meet in Athens and get on the ship there and have an amazing time, and I'll have time to talk with you and coach you and hug your neck and spend time just hanging out with you. Won't that be fun? I love doing that. I love meeting people in ministry. Relevance is the name of the group, Nora. You can look for Relevance featuring Michelle McKinney Hammond on iTunes, CD Baby, and we have a YouTube channel too, Relevance Life, so you can see what we're up to. We do amazing music. I've just been feeling so blessed to do it. Music has always been my first love, and God has blessed me to be able to return back to it while doing all the other things I'm doing. I've been getting to do movies in Africa and television series. So on top of ministry, which I still do, trust me, I'm coming over to speak at Bill Winston's September 9th. That's going to be pretty exciting. I love Bill Winston and his ministry, and I feel very honored to be invited. Thank you, Mark. I'm going to email you. We're going to set up a time to get together so that I can see everybody and catch up on how everyone is doing. So I will be there. So I'll be in the States for about 2.5 weeks, running around to different places and just catching up with all my loved ones and just preparing. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I actually wrote and produced a movie here called First Love, and I'm trying to get it finished up for Valentine's Day next year. So we are editing and all of that. So it's just an exciting time, and that leads me back to think about what your next is. You know, there's more in you. If you feel a little stuck in this season, know that God is just telling you to switch gears. You know, when you're trained and you're on the track, when it's switching to a different track, it comes to a stop. It slows all the way down. It's got to, because it can't switch tracks at an accelerated pace. It has to stop and allow it to shift. So know that when you're shifting, it might seem like you're slowing down. It might seem like you're stuck, that nothing's moving. But the next track is being prepared for you to make the shift to reach your destination. So don't get discouraged. There's a next for you. And just get ready for it. Who else is there?
So, K. Joseph from New Orleans.
Oh, I haven't been to New Orleans in a while. Since Essence Fest, I was there for Essence.
She from Nottingham, UK.
From the UK. I'll be there in October, dear. I love the UK. Actually, did you know that I'm British? I was born in London. I'm a Chelsea girl. Yeah. So I'm in London a lot. So hopefully I'll get a chance to see you. Who's that? Someone else.
She said yes, finally.
Yep. So always check my website. Although I'm behind, I need to catch up on my calendar on my website. Now that I've said that, I need to put the dates that I'll be places. I'm actually heading to South Africa this weekend. Coming up, I will be at Father's House in Port Elizabeth, which is a really gorgeous place, and it's an amazing church with Pastor Giorgio. Can't wait to get down there and minister to people and hug their necks. They are doing their women's conference, and the theme is whisper, listening to the voice of God, hearing that whisper in your soul. You know, sometimes you just got to get quiet and get in that still, quiet space to hear the voice of God speaking truths to you, giving you strategies, giving you ideas for moving forward. Sometimes we're wanting this huge experience that is, you know, the earthquake and the fire and the all of that. But as you know, when Elijah went up into the mountain to see God, God was not in the earthquake. He was not in the whirling wind. He came in the still, small voice. So let us attune ourselves to the still, small voice of God. Hear what he has to say, and then have the will to follow through with what he says to us. So, MichelleHammond.com. Just MichelleHammond.com. Although there should be a link from MichelleMcKinneyHammond.com as well. I think they both go. No? No more? MichelleHammond.com. That's where you'll find me. So everything is there. You can click on stuff to find out about everything. And spread the word. Let your friends know what I'm up to. And that I'm here being crazy. No, having a great time. Living out my dreams, you know. It's amazing. Sometimes you can plan your life, and then things shift and they go completely differently. And you think, oh my goodness, you know, what's going to become of me? And you step into all of your dreams. But that is the beauty of trusting God and being obedient to him and following after his voice. He's got so many pleasant surprises planned for you, for me, for everybody. You're letting him do that. Anyway. So, who's there? Okay. So just know that, I don't know, I'm just feeling very anticipatory about the end of the year. So I guess that's really what I'm trying to say, is that besides the things that I want you to know about, I want you to anticipate newness in your life. I want you to anticipate latent dreams, things that you forgot about beginning to spring forward. I believe that it is a season of harvest and that some long-awaited things are finally going to burst on the scene. But you've got to be willing to let go of some of the old to make room for the new. It's kind of like cleaning out your closet so that you can have new space to hang up some stuff, right? So I'm just encouraging you to just prepare for your next. Okay? I will come back on later in the week when I have more details to offer. But for now, know that I'm planning exciting things for you. October, cruise to the Greek Isles. For those of you who need more time for visas and payments, we will go in March, the end of March, to Egypt, Israel, Turkey, Greece, and Cyprus. It's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to spend time with you. So log on to my website for more details. Talk to you soon.
And for YouTube is still live.
Was it?
Yeah, so
Okay. No, you hit cancel.
it did not. It's still live.
Ah.
Bye, YouTube.
End.